Welcome back to Threshold of Revelation. This is session 10 entitled Cape Nail. Last session, the group went one direction, had a conversation with the Kellis, was informed that they had to go back in the other direction, did that quickly without getting engaged in any kind of weird combats or anything crazy, made it to the lighthouse of Cape Nail after passing underneath the shadow of the monastery where they met Esmond. It's raining. I know it doesn't currently show that on the map, and that's fine. I'm too lazy to try and do the GIF stuff that I used to do for rain.
It looks rainy.
It looks gloomy. It looks dark.
Yeah.
The lighthouse, as discussed, is out. It is not on, and when you arrive at this position, you've winded down the path to kind of come to this space. It does look like there is a path that leads to kind of a rocky area with kind of a decline that descends down to the level of the rock and cliff that is connected to a very massive stone bridge. The stone bridge goes over a very wide open chasm. You can hear the ocean kind of hitting against the shore slash cliff. It's not roiling or anything crazy, but there is a strange kind of bluish glow to it where it contacts with the cliff. You may or may not know why that's the case.
John,
Oh,
we are in the wrong slots as far as the camera feeds.
it always does
Yeah.
that when I start up.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, yeah, it's fine. Karate
It
chops.
Brenton, Chris, and Zach.
Yeah, this should
No.
take a second.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm the only one.
Hi, Josh. Um,
Oh, why am I so down to the left?
oh, Steve doesn't exist. Because it's Canadian Thanksgiving, apparently. The more you know about the world. Interesting, yeah? Steve, if you watch this back, happy Canadian Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoyed it. Turkey is... I love turkey. I fucking love turkey. No,
I don't know if they do that. That might just be us.
Yeah, well, fine, whatever. But anyways, big lighthouse across the chasm way, and as I mentioned, it is out. Now, dimensionality is kind of a bit of a strange thing to kind of denote here because there's a bit of a attempt to create a 3D space here. So to explain what you're looking at in a bit more refined detail, so the size of it makes sense. From the very base of this lighthouse, it's 300 feet tall. It's narrower at the bottom than it is at the top, but it's not such a massive change in dimensionality that it looks like it's too terribly skewed. There is a slight kind of downward taper to the entire structure, but it's not like as it kind of looks there. That said, it is raining. There are two bright lights that kind of catch your eye as you kind of make your way towards the cliff space. And you can see what appear to be two boats that are moored on a stone kind of area, a descent down the cliff a ways. Looks like there's a rope ladder that kind of connects to that space and the ground level, for lack of a better term. You also see the massive bridge, and standing on the massive bridge is a humanoid figure that is about 28 feet tall, damn near 30. And he looks like a giant, hill or other type of giant, but he appears to be bound in very strange kind of garb, metallic armor and leather that has been kind of encased on his body. He doesn't appear to have any eye holes or any means of seeing that you can see right off, but the creature in question does appear to be kind of standing vigilantly. From this position, he's a pretty clear target for anybody who'd want to shoot at him, but he does look like he wouldn't have much of an effort climbing up the cliff face, and Uther, being familiar with giants, knows that every single boulder near him is a potential projectile weapon that can be used to displace you from the rest of you.
I see. Do I see spikes on its armor?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like
It looks like
and chains.
it does not have any chains. No.
Okay. So it looks like a badass giant.
That's
Got it.
right. Okay. So, that being said, I'm just going to play a quaint little ambiance music while you are deciding what you're wanting to do. And of course, there's obviously several different avenues as to directionality here. It's raining. It's very obscuring. So you're pretty sure even if it does have some means of seeing, it probably isn't going to notice you right off.
Looks like a good challenge.
Yeah.
If it hasn't seen us yet, we could just avoid it. The 2 boats down there, are they empty?
They are. And the lights on them seem to denote some sort of arcana that is either powering just the lights or perhaps powering the entirety of the crafts, the small crafts.
Kind of altitude are we looking at as far as where we're standing, where he's standing, where the sea level is?
So you're about 30 feet off of the level that he's on. The little bridge kind of goes to that small kind of island there, and you can see there's kind of like a step down on the northeast side of it, kind of here-ish. So basically the walk down would be there. It seems like it's casual enough, nothing too crazy. And down this way, it's about another 50 feet down. So there's kind of like a climb, descent / rope ladder. It's not like a rope ladder with 2 ropes with like pinholes. It's like a more Princess Bride. It's basically a long rope with knots that have been tied into it. And what was the other part of that question? Sorry. What is that
Where sea level is. So we're standing 30 feet above where he's standing.
And that's
He's
50 feet
standing
above
level with the
water.
base of the tower across the water.
Correct.
And that's
then,
50 feet above the water.
yes.
Okay. Oh boy. If we were to watch him for, say, 5 minutes, is he just sort of hanging out?
Yeah.
Does he seem to have any routine to him?
If you sit there for about 5 minutes, yeah, he doesn't move or anything. He just stays.
He looks strong and tough.
I mean, he could just be like, a gate guard. We could just go up and be like, hey, we're here on the orders of the Callus. And be like, oh, yeah, bro, I know him. Let's go in.
But I don't think he's ours.
I mean, I
What
don't
does that
either,
mean?
but you never
I
know.
don't think he's
That's
ours.
a maybe pile.
We put that in the other plan file,
Can we see pretty much everything
Yeah, if
that's
it's
on the map?
if it's visible to you as well.
Okay. So we got the option of going down and taking the boats and just going around him. There's also the little stone path over there. You could try to sneak past him on that side, on the left.
Oh, you got to think there's also the 50-foot climb up to where the tower stands on that rock.
As long as we've got ropes and stuff. I have the spider climb boots, so I can go set points for you.
How do we know he's not going to notice the boats and just kind of leap onto them?
I doubt he'd go that far, but
I'm
There's
just
there's
saying
no
maybe he's got
guarantee
like
he can't harm us from a distance.
maybe he's got like a barrier kind of area that he's like, oh, anybody goes past this one line that I'm standing across.
He
no
could
matter where
haul
they're at,
rocks at us, but we could paddle either out and around or just very quietly up directly under the bridge.
Silas, what you got going through your head? You like water travel, yeah?
I can swim fine.
I know you can swim fine.
I would personally like to go see him.
You want to go see him?
It's a challenge. It's time to test our iron.
Oh boy, he was just playing Elden Ring, so I don't think that's good.
Yeah, you and I can go talk to him. The others, look into the boat situation if you wanted.
I tap the knives and say, talk. Yes, talk.
Anybody with any objections to? I don't want to say fully split the party, but
Well, I'll cover if you're gonna go talk to him.
To be fair, I feel like if anything, you should be in the back, Cody, because you have that spell that brings us away from him. So if we need to, you can just dip us out.
Yeah, but if anyone's gonna talk to him, if he is conglomerate, I should be there to talk to him. This guy's not wearing any conglomerate
Do you speak
regalia
giant?
whatsoever. That's what I thought. No.
I speak giant.
Well, hell, why don't you come with?
Okay.
What's the reach on
Oh,
Bolton?
rock.
He looks
Rolling
like he threw
rock.
it pretty far.
What's the?
his shape burst spell?
Oh, it's not terribly far, and it's not a shape
It's
earth
maybe
spell.
20 feet, I think.
It doesn't. It's not gonna like.
Mold earth or whatever it is.
Yeah, Molder just like creates
It
difficult.
might
terrain.
slow him down. That's
Oh, okay. Not the one I was thinking of. Could just like put a 5-foot hole in the bridge and drop his leg out from under him.
That'd be
so he can
clever.
Slip past him.
Oh yeah, it's not
Shit.
it's not shape earth. It's Molder.
Right. Swerve them potholes. Yeah, you guys go ahead. I'll cover you.
okay.
Yeah, Nick says I can cast invisibility on myself.
Not a bad choice.
Just on
I
you.
would puff out my chest before we start walking and trying to look big.
I would offer to go with you, Thor, if we're going to the boats.
I'm gonna
Okay.
cover these two from the rocks.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go with them since
I
I
don't-
speak giant. That way I
One,
can
I
maybe
think it's
try
gonna be
to
a good
talk to 'em.
show, and two, I don't think we should leave them alone.
Fine. I
I
am
was-
still going to cast invisibility on myself.
I was all for avoiding this, but
I am going to, because the rules of this game are very different than my normal. I genuinely don't give a shit if your teammates die, and it's not my responsibility. So I'm going to give control of Rolling Rock to you as a group, and I don't care who you elect to be the one who operationally uses
Not it.
Cody.
But it's not me.
I would happily help, but I think it's a really bad idea for me to do it.
I think he should stay back with those of us who are staying back.
All right,
No.
Andy's got rolling rock.
I could do it.
Let's volunteer.
we all know I'm a bad cleric.
All right, well, I'm gonna cast a little mage armor on myself,
Okay.
Yeah, let's walk up.
and we will approach the giant.
Yeah. So, if you are approaching, if you descend down and kind of end in this point, you can move yourself up there. That's perfect, right there. If you're going to be next to or behind him, that's okay. And then Rolling Rock and everyone else.
You guys get your positioning as we're.
Yeah, it looks like
As
a
we're
pretty good
walking.
spot right here. Good line. I can see you guys. Yeah.
Okay. So once you kind of descend down the steps, the creature, this giant, kind of looks to you, but doesn't seem to be looking at you. There's no real eyes or any kind of means of determining like if it can see you. There are places where eyes should be, but they look like they're kind of bound over with metal. As the creature turns to look at you, you can see at this point that it does indeed have a chain that it is slowly allowing to untangle from its arm, and it's kind of moving its hand in kind of like a simple gesture to kind of unspool the chain from his arm. And once you get to that position, I just need to know what you're planning to do. It is rainy, windy, and kind of turbulent. So communication with anyone that's outside of like 15 feet of you in a verbal sense is going to be near impossible. And range attacks that deal with projectiles will be made at disadvantage.
Okay. Good evening, Fred. Do you what is it?
15 feet.
Is it midday? Is it noon? Is it night?
I believe it was
I know it's
about
overcast and rainy.
mid-afternoon is when you got there.
Okay. Good afternoon, friend. We are travelers, and we wanted to inquire why the light was out at this lighthouse.
It very just slowly kind of lifts its arm up and then kind of spins its hand around so that the chain is kind of like in its palm. Then grasps heavily
Right.
and starts to wind back as if it's going to throw the chain out for you. I'm going to go
Can
ahead
I
and
interrupt?
I'm going to go ahead and
No.
drop an initiative because again, it's it's ready. So we're preparing to shoot at it. It's complicated since that would have been you shooting. It would be the start. It's technically starting, and you're triggering to that. It's just going to go off of initiative.
Can
What's the
he be
command to
friendly
open a
giant?
sheet from the character?
Select the token, hold
Yeah.
shift, and then double click.
Thank you. Perfect.
This music's too serene for the fight that's about to happen. I need murder music.
Nick says to Rolling Rock, "You think they'll be okay, right? They'll be okay."
Yeah.
Am I on there?
No.
I don't see
I
it
don't.
now.
There he is.
Okay.
Okay, Uther. As I figured it was going to work out, you have first round of the initiative. But again, he's not surprised. He is ready to brawl. So
Okay.
I will say that
am.
I will say that you are hidden from him, though. So you will have advantage, but then also disadvantage on the attack roll.
So just the first roll.
Yeah, it'll be the first roll. Actually, you're using a longbow. No, it can't be double disadvantage. Never mind. But yeah, you're a pretty good distance away. Yeah, not outside of range though. 100 feet for longbow.
I thought we were close enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Take the shot.
Attack action. 20.
That'll hit.
Does 6. Second attack on the attack action. 15 to hit.
Hit.
What was that?
It hit.
Okay. And then from the Dread Ambusher, third attack. 22.
That'll hit.
7 plus a d8.
So
So we're 3.
All right. Bunch of arrows come flying into it as the chain kind of like
Good afternoon.
starts to rattle forward. As the arrows hit, you see its head kind of tilt up and its other hand kind of shunt up in front of its chest. And then you can see that it is also covered with another chain. And it seems to be kind of holding it up in a defensive posture now. Uther done. Nick's up.
Nyx is gonna move up
Now,
beside.
you had said you had cast invisibility. I want to confirm that was a statement of truth, or were you just saying
That
you
was
could?
a statement of truth.
So you are currently invisible.
I am currently invisible, but invisibility is a concentration spell. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you cast another spell, it gets rid of invisibility.
I'm gonna not use a spell, but I'm gonna use an ability. So I think I planned this right. I think I'm just within range to do a bardic inspiration for our friend Bodhi.
Okay.
Okay. Because he might need it the most, I think, maybe.
We'll see.
And then I think that's my turn.
Yeah, he just needs to be able to hear you. Cool. Okay, great. Nick's done. Rolling Rock is up.
Muted.
Oh, so sorry. Thanks. Rolling Rock is going to move up to Nyx, and he's going to stand by. He's not going to do anything this turn.
All right. The giant will lash forward. I believe he's in range. Let me double check. No, he needs to step forward. 5, 10.
Ooh.
As he kind of lashes onto the chain and starts to throw it over his head, during the arc, he kind of steps forward, changing the positioning of the arc, and kind of snaps his arm forward. The massive chain whip comes slamming down at Bodhi, because you were the one who talked to him.
Yeah. Just trying to be nice.
28 to
Trying
hit.
Spare him from a 28.
Yeah.
Fucking.
You wish.
I don't think I have anything to stop that, do I?
14 bludgeoning damage, and as it smacks into you, the chain kind of lashes against you, kind of like with a quick taut smack, and he
It stops
drags
doing
you
damage. All right.
straight in towards him, 10 feet.
I'm bloodied.
Not to argue physics,
I'm
but
sorry.
I feel like Bodhi doesn't have the math to let that chain
He
rest.
should have been 20 feet there, and
Yeah, I should have just snapped an F.
Just lassos him with one of the links.
just rip him right in two.
I'm just fucked, boys.
That's it for his turn. Ezekiel, you're up.
You think my bones
Okay.
have ever bent this way?
I'm gonna move up.
Oh no, another couple ribs dislocated.
I will reaction chug a potion just for
Yep,
shits and giggles.
absolutely
I'm
fine.
going to use my giant's might so I can be kind of big boy.
Okay. So you're enlarged, right?
Yeah.
Do
Then
we
I'm
don't?
going to
Do
try
we
to
get bless from you all the time, or is that just when you cast it?
I have to cast.
Just me casting.
Okay, I just didn't know.
Okay. So you turn big, you rush forward, swing the sword. It kind of has its arm up. As it kind of sees you, you see him kind of like lean in with the arm as he's kind of reeling with the other hand, and your blade just kind of like sparks fly off the chain. Doesn't
Does
seem
that
to
do anything to the chain since it's the Maleficer?
He has two chains. It doesn't seem to actually like catch. It's more kind of like a glide across
Okay,
the edge.
gotcha.
You do notice that the blackened kind of nature of the chain from like, being forged the way it was, you kind of sheared a nice beautiful kind of like silvery line across the top of
I'm
it.
doing him a favor.
Clean
That
as
chain's gonna be worth. I'm
Clean
gonna
as
action
chain.
surge so I can hit him again. Hopefully, 12 hit.
Yeah, he keeps that arm in between you. This time as you kind of bring the blade back, he kind of bats it against the back, knocking it aside.
All right,
All right.
that's my turn.
Bodhi, you are currently grappled by the chain. The
Yeah.
DC to escape it is a 17. You have to use your action to either acrobatics or athletics, DC 17 to escape, or teleportation. And then
I was gonna say
also...
Misty Step should allow me out of this.
Yeah, absolutely. You can go ahead and do that.
Okay.
I was going to say also, while you're in this grappled state, it's not going to matter here in a second. You're also restrained, but poof,
Okay.
you're out.
Figured as much. Let me get a couple distance markers real quick.
Oh,
If you don't
keep in
mind.
mind this is up a bit, so yeah.
Would I still be able to say this is 30 feet?
Yeah, I'd say about 20 out from your position. Well, actually, no, yeah. 30 up. I'm not going to try and do the math. I hate Pythagorean theorem. Yeah, so if you can do 30 and it's 30 up, that's fine.
Okay. I don't think I can reach anyone up here. No, you guys are just too far back. But even still, gonna bonus action Misty Step my way away from him. Sorry, keeping track of my spells. I think that was 30. I'm still learning. And we are going to bless the two down there. Let me take a look at bless, see if I can add any meta magic to it. I do distant spell on bless. Range 5 feet or greater. You can't spend you cast a spell that has a range of touch.
I believe so.
You make a ruling for me.
When you
I
cast a spell
think
that has
I
a
think it
range of
matches.
5 or greater, Bless does. It has 30 feet. You can double the range. So, yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to bless the two up front and Uther. He seems to be doing well as far as hitting the thing.
Okay. And as far as your perspective, is there anything about the giant, either the weird cage over his head, the chains, the strange kind of harness that he's wearing, the giant itself, is there anything about this giant that you're focusing in on as you're kind of casting your spell and kind of escaping it?
The reach of the chain, I suppose.
Okay. One more question. How are you casting 2 leveled spells in one turn?
Was I?
Yeah, sorry, you can't cast.
Damn me.
You can't
I
cast
fucked
Bless
it
because
up.
you cast Misty Step.
That's right, that's right. Unbless, my bad.
Unbless, everybody.
I always fuck that up.
False alarm on the Bless. Yeah, I don't think I have spell driver.
See, I'm not good at casters. I just don't.
It's okay. It's okay.
I never grasp the rules.
Session 10,
Let's.
maybe a handful of combats under our belt. It's perfectly fine.
That's the music that's playing.
You can throw a cantrip, though.
I am going to mind sliver him.
Okay. He fails, and so he will take 8 points of psychic damage. And
And just because I like doing meta magic, and I want to roll on that fun table because of that item I got, I am going to. Would extended spell work on that, or would it still cancel after the first roll he makes?
yeah, it's just the one round.
Did he even attempt to save that?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. It was just super fast.
I was ready for it.
Okay.
I know he has like 2 attack cantrips, and they're save based.
Just want to make sure it wasn't like he doesn't have the option to make saves, and we should be doing dumb shit like that to him. Cool.
The meta man thinketh. But
I mean, I want to do the meta magic thing. It's funny because I want to roll on that fun table, you know.
more than fair.
Turn myself into a potted plant or something.
You could have upgraded Misty
Silvers.
Steps.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have done me any good.
Could have gone
But I
farther.
guess I could. Yeah, I'll say I moved up to here
Okay.
in a safe distance, and also
Which-
did that. And I want to roll on that funky table.
By the way, that's another 30 feet up, just so you're aware.
Got it.
Cool.
We'll say I can see him better here.
All right. So the funky chart that is being mentioned here is the Feywild chart, which was attuned to last session, and the Feywild chart.
Is it D100?
We can use meta magic option, wild magic surge. So yeah, D100.
74. Something good.
Wild magic table
Enlarge the Jafar
74. You said.
Yes.
All right. A random creature within 60 feet of you becomes poisoned for 1d4 hours. Tell me how many creatures are within.
6.
Cool. Roll a d6 and hold on. One from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, this includes you as well. Sorry.
7.
So roll a d7.
Is it /RD7?
Yeah.
Unrecognized /roll
1d7.
D7?
4.
It's me.
It is you. You are poisoned. Roll a d4.
Classic Bodhi.
Wait, don't I have some kind of poison resistance?
Unless you're immune, it won't matter.
Okay. Oh, we'll just roll with the punches.
D4.
Watch this,
Win
boys.
some, lose one. One
One
point
hour.
of poison damage.
No, it's
1 hour of
1
poison.
hour of poison. And all poison says is any attack rolls, ability checks are made at disadvantage.
Oh, my poor little heart.
And this is probably flashbacks for Bodhi, because there was probably some point during the conglomerate fun times where he was absolutely filled with venom of some sort.
Yeah, they thought they could, replace all my blood with poison oak.
Make a snake man. Silas, you are up.
Alright, we are going to rage and move up.
Okay.
And, okay, so with my short swords, I attack 4 times, correct?
No. So with your short swords, you'll attack twice with your primary, and then once with your offhand.
And then I have my extra attack, or is that with the extra attack?
Extra attack is 2 with your right hand. You're using your attack action to make an attack and get an extra attack there. Then you're using your bonus action to attack with your offhand weapon.
Okay, let's try to chop them up 3 times.
Yep. Yeah, okay. All right.
Okay.
Hot damn.
So for those at home watching, first attack crit, second attack crit, third attack 2 12s. Okay, so
Whatever.
7 and 6 is 13, 7 and 1 is 8, so 21 damage. And the last attack will miss. As you kind of rush in, it's very much kind of locked chain and sword with, the Kennelborn. So you kind of slip underneath and just stab against the kneecap. It kind of buckles forward after the 2 massive blows, and as you kind of receive the blades and try one last attack with a second shot, it kind of nimbly scoots to the side, but you can see a massive amount of blood kind of exiting the thigh and kneecap that you stabbed. Silas done. Uther up.
Yeah. Been looking for cool spells, and there aren't any. Rangers kind of suck.
No, they're the greatest.
So yeah, he's getting shot at. Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
This is crit galore, man.
So, problem though, you are attacking with disadvantage, so the first attack will actually be a 26, not a 28, sorry. And then the second attack will be a 10, because you're shooting at, I said range, I said at the very beginning, range has disadvantage.
No, I know. I'm trying to
Okay.
find a way to lie and say that I have advantage. And I just can't think of it.
So I'm just going to pass. But
So, yeah, so it's just a 26.
first one hits clear on, and you kind of see the bend in the wind, and you kind of readjust. But just as you're letting go of the arrow, your head kind of like just fills with sorrow because the wind was going at a certain spike, and it changed mid-course of the second firing. So the first one was perfect, and you're like, nailed it. I'm going to do it exactly the same way again. But this time the wind is blowing it a little like less, so it doesn't arc the way it did.
I know the spell. It's when I hit, I'm going to mark him. Not with the good mark, but with the shittier version. So a d4 damage on top of that.
Oh, gotcha.
So +3.
This is the right.
The first attack, yeah.
All right, Nyx, you are up.
Yep. So we're just gonna do the same thing. This time we'll give bardic inspiration to our friend Ezekiel. So that's a D8. I'm using these bardic inspirations up left and right. Okay.
Okay, and then that's a bonus action. Do you have an action or no?
No, I'm still holding my
Invisible?
invisibility. Yep, for the
Okay.
moment.
Yeah, you got it for another hour. Rolling Rock.
Yeah, Rolling Rock is going to do a thing though. He wants to do erupting earth behind the creature, going backwards.
Okay, so what you'll notice is that the stone of the bridge of the thing, upon being cast upon, kind of glows this jade-colored green for a second. The spell does take place, but it does look like there's less materia in the burst, and it doesn't seem to augment the structure of the bridge. That said,
Would Rolling Rock know why that happens as a stone guy?
yeah, and I'll explain to you here in a second.
Okay.
After I do my dexterity saving throw and fail, go ahead and give me 3d12.
Not bad.
Okay. So after it kind of burst, the spiking kind of like just dissipates into dust, like it was kind of manifest on its own. The reason why this is the case is because the structure appears to be made out of not stone. It's made out of metal. And so it does not reshape. The spell takes effect, but there is no kind of physical earth, no geomancy is present or optional. So the spell created this churned earth from nothing, and that's why it doesn't linger afterwards. Because normally
Got it,
the
thank
spell,
you.
normally the spell will create the earth inside the earth, which jets out. In this case, since it was metal, it's not doing it.
Got it. So then we're gonna use how hurt does Bodhi look?
I'll survive. I always look hurt.
You always look hurt. Well, I mean, that's not really helping.
I'd say on a scale of 19, I'm at a 13.
I genuinely always have the look of a puppy who was sprayed with cold water and beaten
Well, that was
with
just
a
dragged behind a car for
bunch of reeds. Yeah.
Oh, so I can't do two spells. Never mind.
Right.
I can't do two spells. Can't
Don't
do two
bother
spells.
with
Take it back. Crap.
Yeah. Also,
Okay, that's my turn.
yeah, absolutely fine. Okay, so then the creature, like seeing the situation kind of unfolding as it is, will lock into its defense using its bonus action. It definitely appears to be taking more of kind of a defensive posture, and it kind of spins its arm and kind of whups the chain kind of narrowly. It's doing so into a kind of low space. Seems to be perfectly grounded towards Silas. And
I roll.
25 to hit. I assume that'll work, right?
Barely.
Yeah. 17 points of bludgeoning. Since you're raging, that'll be half down to 8. But you are grappled, so as it kind of like catches against you, it kind of wraps around your upper torso and arms. And as it does so, it lifts up, and you watch as Silas kind of goes ass over tea kettle up and lands onto the giant's shoulder. Ezekiel.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. 15 hit.
Block.
That is it for me.
Okay. Bodhi.
He's holding Silas.
Yeah, basically, he is 28 feet tall, right? And Silas is.
Jeepers, I did not realize.
Yeah,
He's had it earlier a couple times.
I think he must have, but holy shit.
Silas.
He was
I
shy,
thought
just
I
shy
got
of 30
so
feet.
smart.
Silas is like 7 foot tall at most, right? So when he threw him up, it was like a tinker toy being chucked into the air. And when it landed on his shoulder, like Silas has like a decent amount of ground up there, but then it moved its hand over top like this. Like it's kind of keeping him kind of pressed against him.
Silas, I'm gonna assume you want out of that.
Be cool.
Can I vortex warp him out of a grapple?
If it's in range, and Vortex Warp specifically states it's a teleportation, yeah. Yeah, it can willingly fail. Absolutely, Vortex Warp would work.
Yeah, let's get him out of here. Do you want to be behind him?
Well, you can't really ask those questions midstream. It's your
Yeah.
spell you're casting.
We're just gonna slip him out, and I'm gonna say a D4. You're gonna be directly behind him. Put him right there for me.
Gotcha. Okay. Out of the chain, kind of like dropping down, kind of recollecting your posture. You've played with Bodhi enough and had, primers with him to know that the second you become distorted, to kind of just stand. So wherever you appear, you're ready to not, like...
He knows how to land on his feet
Immediately
after the
throw
fact.
up.
Yeah, if you're literally like you're horizontal, now you're vertical, but like if you were staying in the same position it would have been like weird, but you've trained enough together that you know that the second you're being teleported, just like stand still. You will be set to rights. Okay, Bodhi done.
I think so.
Silas, you are on the ground behind him. He kind of is looking, seems to be looking, again, you're not sure if he can see at all, at where you were, about 28 feet above you. Or
I'm gonna go for those Achilles.
21. Okay.
tendons.
Do him up.
For flavor's sake, I will say you have advantage, even though you didn't say you were recklessly attacking.
I'm always okay every
Just,
time. but yes.
yeah, if you say that's the case,
Got it.
great.
Cool. Understand. 100% understand.
Yep. Because I do like the auto switched on all the time. That's fine. I'll allow that. It just sometimes people like being nuanced. Hit. Or no, last one doesn't. Okay.
Very set. Can't take it back.
I just did. Can't tell me how to live my life now. Smash.
You behind the giant.
It kind of like angrily kind of roars back and like seems to be very annoyed at the fact that there's something behind it now. It looks like it's about to kind of do a pivot to kind of turn about. Uther, you're up.
Yeah.
Bring him down.
Hit. Don't worry about the second attack. First one you fire off, kind of as it's kind of roaring back, you see this perfect opening underneath the strange helm. I can see this portion of the neck. The arrow flies in and hits. It's not a massive thing. Like it's almost like comparatively, like maybe, like a pencil to, you as a real person. But you watch it sliver in and you can see this just large jet of blood start kind of shooting out and forward. It starts kind of twisting and turning, and somebody roll a d8.
Dibs.
Okay. That's fair.
2. I shot him. I'm rolling.
So, Chody, go ahead and roll a dexterity saving
Hell
throw.
yeah. This is what I wanted.
He could swim. Oh
Yeah.
no.
It kind of rears,
That's I do it.
and as it was kind of spinning, it kind of fills that same momentum and kind of spins down towards you. As you see it coming, you kind of try to do the Elden Ring thing where you turn around and dodge roll, but it catches you in the back. It smashes down on top of you. You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're currently restrained.
But he was raging.
Yeah, halved. All right. And immediately after the conflict, some effort is required to get Silas out, but it's not impossible.
It seems like a Rolling Rock and Ezekiel job.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
While I'm big, might as well.
Uther's up here just cracking his knuckles.
The day of work.
So yeah, immediately after the conflict, it's dead, but it is kind of in the way, so to speak. But you get over top of it, help Silas out, and Bodhi, Uther, Nyx, and Rolling Rock can all make perception checks.
Whee!
Bodhi, you have advantage to displacement.
23.
27 for
19.
Nyx.
Okay. Yeah.
The best I could have done, and you both beat it in.
27
Really
for-
funny.
Fuck off.
Everybody,
I saw it.
everybody spots it. So the front facade of this space has these very interesting kind of dark spaces, which at first you thought was some sort of like ornate, just some ornate kind of fixture to it. This kind of space in between. What you very quickly realize is it's glass, because you could see light moving inside of it, kind of going up in a kind of zigzaggy circular pattern, as if someone was going up like a stairwell.
Hmm.
Now they know we're here.
I'll just
Maybe they're gonna light the lighthouse.
stroll on over.
Maybe
here.
they snuck past the giant. God, we should have done that, huh?
All right, so I'm going to go from left to
Throw
right.
my bow in the goddamn lake. Fuck.
I'm going to go from left to right and just ask you what you're doing in the immediate aftermath, but I'm going to start with the closest person first. Brent, immediately after freeing Silas, and he's starting to get to his feet, he'll go a little later. What would Ezekiel like to do?
Is there a way I can kind of move the giant to clear a path for the rest of the party to walk through? Like, even if it's just like slightly over, like move one of his arms up or something?
No.
Into the recovery position.
The only way you're going to clear a space for anybody to pass through here, other than dragging it like very far away from the bridge, which is going to take some time, is throwing it over the bridge.
Can I try that?
Yeah, you don't need to try anything. You take some effort and you lift it up and you discard it. Do you discard it to the left or to the right?
Cody is a left guy, so left.
Okay, splash.
God damn it.
I was gonna take a look at it.
My arrows were in that.
They're gone.
Yep.
They're gone.
I was strolling on up here to get some of those.
What? What's Ezekiel?
I got 4 arrows left.
What's Ezekiel
Yeah, how hard
doing?
it is to find them.
What's Ezekiel
What's he
doing?
doing with that?
Manhandling. What? Oh no!
Oh damn, Ezekiel's strong.
That's a buff puppy. That's a buff.
I mean, yeah, kudos to him. That was impressive, but
For sure.
Do a little cure wounds on our friend.
Don't
Bodhi.
do that. I got potions.
It's still raining pretty heavily down here. And again, I know that was only a couple of seconds here, but it is kind of a stinging kind of rain at this point due to the salt content mixing in from the winds off of the ocean spray. Do you wish to proceed? And if so, how?
How is Silas looking?
Real stupid. But yeah, I'm at like 25.
Well, then Rolling Rock would want to heal him then.
Okay.
Okay.
Bodhi, you're 30 feet up on a rock. Again, yeah, I want to make sure you understand. Like this elevation.
What was it that we saw?
Higher than
The
that.
perception check?
Oh, the light going up the.
Oh, okay.
like a person carrying a lantern upstairs.
So, you guys,
Oh, sorry. To clarify, lantern. The color of the light was the same color as the light coming from the boats. Okay, go ahead, Jody. Sorry.
Like a magical form of light.
Some sort of magical light. Yeah.
I just want to inform that I probably won't be able to type anymore. I'll have to do all through voice.
Why?
Because I have melted my keyboard with this heat gun and now a bunch of the buttons are sticking.
Awesome.
I saw that heat gun. Yeah.
Yep!
Sample. Go ahead and type something for me.
He hits one button and it's all the button.
Yeah, no, they go down and they stick. Like the P button
Holy
won't come
shit,
back up,
dude.
the O button won't come back up.
You are
The keyboard is one
You are
key.
Oh, fuck
literally
me.
being scolded by our
Oh.
chat.
Totally melted the keyboard.
Elizabeth says, "Oh no, F." Josh says, ...
Fireball the keyboard.
You can write that off in your taxes.
Oh yeah, no, we're buying a new one. That's a business expense now.
I was gonna say there is like the virtual keyboard you could hit with your mouse if you're able to get that open.
Talk.
Okay,
That's
okay.
fine.
Holy shit,
You,
dude,
you,
that's
you don't
fine.
really need to
Awesome.
type when you're doing, stuff with your characters. That's just clicking, so we're good. Okay, so back on track. Heading in.
Somebody, Rolling Rocket healed Silas. I'm gonna take another
Correct.
potion. I think everyone else is doing okay.
Can you add that to Silas's sheet, John, since Chris can't type?
What?
His health.
12 points of health back.
Oh yeah, sure.
I can do that.
You can?
I got
Okay.
16 points of
The
healing.
number pad
I
works.
already got you.
Okay.
I'm really fast when asked to do a thing. Okay, so are we going in?
Yeah. I also have to shrink down.
Oh, okay. All right, you move up to the door, and the door, similarly to the ground of the structure, the bridge that you moved across, it has a stone-like facade, but paying attention to it, especially for Uther and for Rolling Rock, you can very clearly see now that it appears to be made out of some kind of greenish metal. Rolling Rock's first thought, and he kind of announces out loud, "Orichalcum!" And then he kind of goes, "Wait, no. This isn't Dwarvish?" Kind of looking at
Don't
it
make
again.
mistakes.
Huh. Ugh. I don't know what this metal is. Very strange. It continues on. Bodhi and Nyx, if you'd like to make an Arcana roll, you can
I
attempt.
can't.
Even if you don't have it trained, it's
Okay.
it's due in part to having seen the metal.
Oh.
Oh, Bodhi killed it.
Uh-oh. Bodhi
Excuse
might have
me, Bodhi.
remembered something.
Body's here to play.
The structure appears to be made out of what has been called in your presence, Bodhi, as star metal, and also it's been called Mizium.
Are these terms from, say, Shisas, or that I must have heard in Conglomerate?
This was during your tenure as a experiment.
Okay. Star metal or...
They're both the same. They both mean the same thing. Mizium.
Right. Mizium.
Correct. According to what you understand of it, it is a metal that comes from beyond the stars that is an exceptionally great conduit for magical energy, specifically the winds of arcane magic.
I'll just sort of think aloud that towards Rolling Rock. I was
Okay.
like, no, I'm pretty sure this is what that is.
Never heard
Are
of
there any like pieces of it? This all seems to be
it. Solid.
very structurally sound. It's not okay. Chipping away.
That mysterious metal we picked up in the dungeon where the gnome guy died. Is it like this? No.
I
Different.
don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I have mysterious metal on my sheet that I remember picking up from the
Yeah.
gnome's place.
Different.
I don't remember that one. I'm sorry.
Okay, you move towards the doors, and
But yeah,
they
that's what that is.
they aren't barred. They are not locked, so you are able to move in without issue. I'm going to go ahead and slide us onto the map, and as the doors are opening,
Ghosts.
you do hear movement of what seems to be a
Disappears.
individual. That would be the one that went upstairs. Of an individual in a black cloak, and he kind of pulls very quickly a blade that appears to be made out of shadow. And he kind of looks at you, kind of angrily, and he says, "It's already ours. Get out of here."
Oh, we gotta turn the light on. There's ships that
They're
need light.
already ours. What did he say?
Stays off. Boss says, "Get the fuck out of here."
Well, your boss is wrong. The light comes on.
He throws.
Slow down. You speak very quickly.
Are
We
you
just dealt with some things.
are you still the large Ezekiel?
Has it been a minute yet?
It probably would have been, yeah.
Yeah, then no, I'm not large yet.
Okay. And Bodhi, you haven't cast any spells, right?
Not lately. I've
Oh, not
still
Bodhi,
got
sorry,
mage armor
sorry.
on.
Nyx is
Nyx.
invisible.
Gotcha. Cool. So
Oh.
he throws the dagger at the doggo, and misses. If you'd like to reciprocate, feel free. This is not going to be enough for a combat initiative roll, I don't think.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
Sure. Hit.
Oh, it's not much.
Sure.
I didn't do- wait, no, I threw 2.
Yeah.
Haha.
Also hit. Yeah.
Haha.
That'll
Is
kill
he
him.
dead?
Yeah. Bam. Done.
Just,
That's for
just
Bodhi.
like,
As
Good
he,
job.
hands arrive next to your hips from behind you, and just bam, bam.
as he gets hit and kind of falls to the ground, you can see him kind of drop the knife, and as it kind of hits the ground, the shadow bladey nature of it dissipates and kind of slides off to the side. The dagger that was thrown at you, and you blocked with ease, Ezekiel, you notice that it had kind of like a ghostly nature to it, like it was like a spectral version of the dagger that's now lying on the ground. And as this individual falls as well, from the blast, you would see that his garb seems to be very similar to the garb of the individuals you murdered. Not murdered. The garb of the individuals who tried to accost you and then you defended yourselves, that were at the Strange Three Caves right before you went into those caves, or right before you got assailed by the dragon. He looks like a bandit. I'm trying to say he looks like a bandit.
Gotcha. I'll pick up the daggers.
Dagger, singular. Okay.
Da-
Yeah, it's very neat looking dagger. It looks like it is a Janaran-made blade. It looks like it has draconic kind of markings along the length of the blade. They look like they were added on secondarily, and it says the word phantom, the draconic word for phantom.
So it says Phantom on it. And then I'll put it up. You never know when you might need an extra dagger.
Okay.
Would we have an assumption how tall this tower is? Does this
300 feet.
does the entire tower, is it a stairwell or is this an enclosed room within?
So you're in an enclosed room. There's a ceiling. It's about 20 feet up, but you can see the start of a spiral staircase that hits into the ceiling. And from the looks of it, it looks like the stairwell is encased. Like it's
Okay, so we're looking at multiple.
We saw the
stories,
torch
multiple
going by
rooms.
up the stairs.
yeah, glass is still a solid
and through
surface.
a window.
Yeah, okay. I was trying to see if, like, do we know how many roughly floors we thought we
That's-
saw?
yeah, that's
or-
what I was-
Oh yeah, so it'd be about 30.
Okay.
But you,
Okay, we got some climbing.
as you kind of start to make your way up the stairs, which you'll very quickly realize is the stair kind of goes up and then it kind of comes back in on itself and stays close to the middle of the lighthouse. So you're standing where you are at, you're technically under the stairwell. And so the stairwell continues to ascend upwards. There are no levels. It literally is just a massive column of stairs set inside of a massive just sliver of metal that's been kind of embedded in the ground. It all appears to be like the stairs, the floor, everything all appears to be made out of this very strange Mizium metal that was mentioned before.
Rolling Rock would say this seems like a great place for them to throw stuff down at us.
There's
beyond
no-
guard.
To track that out, there is no means of them kind of catching you because you're not in a well, you're just in a flight of stairs. Think of it more like a fire escape, like in like an office building. Like there's the ceiling to the flight of stairs that you're on is the stairs that are directly above you, but there's no crossover. There's no means of them shooting down the well. There's no center hole. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I will go first.
Okay. And as you're continuing upwards, you can kind of see the map here. If you place yourself like here as the starting point, Ezekiel, whoever's next to Ezekiel would be there, and then just follow suit with who would be behind him. Does that make sense?
I'm
Yep.
gonna go back here. Nope. Here.
Okay, so you're a ways away.
I'm gonna ceiling crawl on top of Ezekiel.
Gotcha. I'm gonna slide you off to the side a little bit just so I can capture.
Look at you
Yeah,
playing
I
a
was-
new character every
I was
time.
trying to do that and I missed. It's fine.
Yeah, every single time,
Does
Jeremy.
that work for you, Andy?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Just wait till I get that ghost knife and throw ghost knives at people
Say.
I mean,
from the ceiling.
you literally keep stealing all of the concepts for your last character.
You know what's exciting is you're standing on the ceiling like you normally are, but you're real tall, so you're like probably face to face.
Knocking my own head against the stairs.
Okay. So, as you can see, I have just added you to a different portion of the map.
Sure did.
Oh, okay.
Cool. So, those of you who are not Ezekiel or Silas will be coming into this space from underneath the floor. And Ezekiel and Silas, you'll be coming right up the steps. This is after traveling a full, 3 stories. So what I need from everyone before we get to that part, because I don't think anyone has any magical means of levitating themselves, I need a Constitution saving throw. Good. Good. Nick's no good. Bodhi good. Youth are good.
And I'm poisoned.
That last one is for Rolling Rock.
Okay, gotcha. Nyx, you're the only one who failed. You gain 1 level of exhaustion from climbing up the stairs.
Oh no.
Does that
We've
have
got
an
a lot of
impact
stairs to
on
go.
the invisibility?
No, it
Okay.
wouldn't. Exhaustion just says on ability checks you have disadvantage. That's all, 1 level of exhaustion. But if you gain 6 levels of
Okay.
exhaustion, you die.
Oh boy.
Cool.
How many flights of stairs are we going up?
It was like 30, yeah.
To like 29 more.
Oh shit.
No, that was all of them. So,
Oh, we climbed them
Oh,
all
oh,
at once.
yeah. So,
I thought we were doing 30 of these.
no.
Running in circles.
Goddamn. There's 30
That's
floors.
why I was surprised. It's like, oh, we only went up 1 flight of stairs. And we're
Nick might
exhausted.
die before we reach the top.
That's what I was thinking too.
I'd be surprised if any
Just
of
a
us made
bug.
it.
He's just a bug.
No.
We're all like halfway up this tower, having
So-
massive coronary.
It goes all the way up to a point, and then it kind of winds back onto the other side, that left wing of the tower, and then kind of snaps back around to come up out of the floor of this space. And so as you're coming up, you don't hear anything, but Ezekiel and Silas both, you're not coming up unawares. However, the targets that are attacking you are doing so from hidden. So that said, you will not be surprised, but if they act before you, they will be doing so with advantage. Does that make sense?
Is this me too? Because I'm on top of Ezekiel.
Correct. But the issue is that it comes up out of the floor, so you cannot be directly above him. You can be directly above Nyx. Do you understand why? Because the stair comes to the
If
floor.
you're on the ceiling ends before they come
The
out.
ceiling ends before they come out. Exactly. Thank you.
Oh, okay, I see. There's like a hole in the floor.
It's like a hole in the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. And switch the tune. Give me some of that Brink of Death.
Mine there.
First one, next. Second one, Rolling Rock.
Gotcha.
Mine disappeared.
You did. Okay.
Did you hit a key?
If you select the right token, it'll be okay. On that. Nyx, you are.
It was a 14.
Gotcha. And then I'll move you into the correct position. Okay, so Nyx, you'd be first on the docket. Again, you don't really have much sight line out. And I would say, in all honesty, hold on, wait, because of the nature of this combat, I'm actually going to say that anyone that's not in the front line will actually have the surprise condition, because you don't know you're walking into a fight. I think
Got
that's
it.
the best mental
fine.
tracker. Ezekiel, you are first, because it's a narrow space, and I don't want everybody running past the front line. It doesn't make sense narratively.
I'm just gonna walk out
Okay.
up to this guy.
Yeah, once you kind of get into the light here, you can see them. And they are wearing kind of black robes. Their hoods are kind of drawn long forward. And the shadows in their facial area seem to inhibit you seeing any features.
I'm gonna swing one.
All right.
18 hit,
Yep.
12 slashing damage.
You kind of rush forward, smash into him. You hit the cloak, and it kind of crumples the man underneath, and he falls to the ground. As he's kind of falling back, you can see whatever glamour was present on the cloak show his face, kind of wretched in agony. You can see a massive wound kind of just appear in his chest, and his dagger flies off to the side. Similarly, no longer kind of glowing black on its blade, just kind of becoming more a tangible dagger.
Gotcha.
Ezekiel done. Rolling Rock was in the back, so it's surprise round for him. Bodhi, same for you. Silas, you are frontline. You see him rush forward and kill that guy. And it looks like you can see, as you're kind of coming into the space, there's another guy over here and other people behind this counter.
Can I just go over the counter?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make an athletics check for just. Actually, sorry, not athletics, acrobatics. Okay. So, as you kind of jump up onto the table, because you can't vault completely over it, you kind of step footing on what appear to be papers and scrolls, maps, ledgers, and your feet kind of shoot right out from underneath you. You kind of hit the edge of the table, taking 1 point of bludgeoning damage, and then fall prone into that position, but you can stand up and you're fine.
Cool. Gonna go ham on him.
All right. Kind of spinning upwards with the two short swords as you're kind of getting up, smashing both of them into this guy. You did not say you were. Okay, so
I have not started raging yet.
You only you can reckless whenever. You don't have to be raging to reckless. So
Really?
I need to make sure I understand. We need to track this for certain. Do you attack recklessly always? Do you attack recklessly always while raging?
I attack recklessly always while raging.
Okay, and only when you specify otherwise. Okay, cool. So then,
I didn't know you could attack recklessly normally.
reckless is not bound to the rage state. Yeah. So you smash into this guy, standing up, catching him with both of the blades, lifting him up like a forklift, and you kind of smash the second one, trying to kind of hit him in the face, but his body's folding backwards, and you kind of miss him as he kind of lays down on the ground, bleeding and dead. All right, it goes to.
I'm in the wrong spot. It should be me before them.
Oh, I see. Go ahead.
Something was going on, so I didn't get my initiative rolled.
That's weird.
Am I on it or not for this turn?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you were kind of above Ezekiel. I'll allow it. Obviously, you got to crawl up and over, but
Yeah, it's fine. A couple feet, whatever. I can reach this one, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him a couple of stabby stabs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both will hit. And yeah, you kind of rush forward with the short sword. First lunge, you kind of slam into his chest. Second lunge, you bring back up to his face. The void that's kind of present there, it bites into something heavily. And as you kind of protract, the shadow's kind of moving away from a face that's like broken out all its teeth and has a blade coming out of its mouth. The man drops to the ground, dagger flying off to the side. Murder. Now
They all have one of these fancy daggers?
all of them have the fancy dagger, and all of them have a cloak that seems to be blocking their face from sight.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Seeing that they're grossly classed here,
Okay.
they are going to attempt anyways to get some fun times in. This one is going to rush, jump up onto the table, and jump up and down onto Ezekiel. And then this one is going to roll and there. They will both attack with their strange phantom knives.
They need to roll dex or acrobatics too, sir. Come
No,
on.
they don't.
You need
So-
to melt some more of that keyboard.
It's a bit of a dog pile over there.
Yeah. They
I see what you did there.
they have a +8 to their acrobatics. So if I rolled a 1, they could fail. But
Let's see it.
okay.
So
Well,
you're
I'm not gonna show
saying
you my
there's a
roll.
chance.
I'm gonna show you my rolls. Yeah, they got it. Okay, so as they kind of enter into close to you, and it's something you noticed when you moved up to them, Ezekiel and Silas, they seem to be kind of generating this strange like aura that's coming from them, or possibly some item that they have on them. You're not sure, but you feel like you are vulnerable. 21 hit on Ezekiel.
I'm gonna use my cloud rune to make it hit his buddy.
Oh, nice.
What, buddy?
This one right here. It says the chosen this magic can transfer attacks effects regardless of the attack's range.
Okay, so a note, just for handling's sake. I said it hit, and I gave you the number. You're supposed to tell me that the rune is going to happen prior to a roll being... Oh, wait, no. You can see
Nope.
with hit by an attack roll.
Yep.
When you are... Oh, that's
In
crazy.
addition, when you are a
Oh, it
creature
hit.
within 30 feet,
He has to
you
know
are
the
hit by an
number. If it
attack.
hit.
That's crazy good. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
that is a good feature.
Okay, so now he's the target of the attack roll, and obviously a 21 will hit him. And then he is immune to the damage type.
Oh, sad.
Convenient, but still funny.
Yeah. But
It's just
Yikes.
it wastes his attack, so that's good.
hold on, wait. This is a great question. I need to ask myself.
Okay.
Okay, so he's dealing psychic damage, to which he is immune. And hostile creatures within 5 feet. Hostile creatures, that's the key. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, he takes no damage. That is a really interesting ability, though. And I didn't prepare to block against it, but damn, that's really good. The other guy will attack Silas. And a 23 will hit, right? Silas?
Yes.
Okay. You will be taking 8 psychic damage, but you are currently vulnerable to psychic damage. So you'll be taking 16 psychic damage.
Why am I vulnerable? Oh, you said because I felt vulnerable. Okay, so
They create an aura around them that
Got
makes
it.
you vulnerable
Totally.
to it.
Yep.
So 16 total. Okay, that's it for the last 2 that remain. Nyx, you are up and active.
Yep.
You'll 5 feet of
Go ahead.
movement will get you into the place where you can actually do anything, which would be there.
So up
You
here.
cannot fire from there. You
So
have to come.
so
out.
this is the doorway.
Yeah, you have to come out
Okay.
onto the steps.
Yeah, no problem. I'm invisible.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk past. Walk past. Then I'm gonna drop my invisibility and do a sharp note on this guy. How about 20 damage? Oof.
Okay, he is not immune
Critted for 30.
to that damage. Yeah, you throw it, and you watch as it kind of cleaves through the cloak. For a second there, you're not sure you hit, but you're pretty sure you were dead on. And then you watch as he kind of splits in half. The cape does as well. His body kind of falls to the side, the face mask dissipating, and the dagger kind of...
He looks at
You
Rizik.
literally
Gross.
just throw a wave at him, and it smashes
Is
him in
the
half.
bard our fighter?
Nick's done. Ezekiel, you're up.
I'd like to try to use a skill trick on this guy.
What trick?
The forced surrender.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and... Oh, hold on. Let me see. Homebrew is... It is an intimidation check. Go ahead and give it to me. I will say, due to the nature of these creatures being immune to psychic and charmed, it doesn't really change anything. You would have had a disadvantage, but yeah, he doesn't seem to be surrendering.
Okay.
All right. Ezekiel done. You kind of like point at him, say, "Lay down your arms, or you'll meet the same fate." And he kind of like turns at you, just a solid void of blackness, just kind of twists back as he kind of looks back to Silas, murderously. Well, you can't really tell; his face is solid black.
Yeah.
Rolling Rock. He'll take 5, 10 feet of movement to be able to get to a space where he can do anything. Andy.
So sorry.
It's okay.
Yep. So we're gonna go here. 10. Just gonna attack with
5, 10,
Did I get it right?
15,
20?
20, 25. Yeah, but if you're jumping up there, you're going to need to make a acrobatics check.
Oh, great, because that's really what he's good at. 17.
Okay. Yeah, he jumps up onto the table, does not go flying off like Silas did, kind of sturdily kind of braces himself, and then...
And he's gonna use his Stein of Obadiah and smash it over his head.
Perfect.
Bludgeoning damage.
Bonus action would have been casting so
I'm not familiar with
when
this.
you
this, so-
sure when you sign of Obadiah, it's when you have the shillelagh up. So bonus action shillelagh, turn
Okay.
it into the Stein of Obadiah, and instead of just a stick, or instead of
Got
just the cup, and then smash over top. And yeah,
Okay.
that will in good old fashioned D&D tradition not kill him. He has exactly 1 hit point left. Bodhi, 5, 10, 15 feet of
Oh
movement
boy.
to get out there to this space.
Yes. Are there more stairs beyond this?
Yeah, it goes up more.
I'd like to try non-lethal. I'd like to have a word with this guy.
Okay.
Can I do a spell attack non-lethal?
Yeah, absolutely. But you don't declare lethality until the hit. Like I say,
Okay.
it defeats
Does a
them.
14 hit?
Yeah. So you
Non-lethal.
send the blast to kind of burst near his head. It kind of catches him, and you see him kind of like get knocked by it, and he falls to the ground, unconscious.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's take his weapons.
yeah.
Okay. As you kind of move into that position, Bodhi, Silas, you
I need
turn.
him.
You see the guy that he's kind of detaining, but you also hear what sounds like voices coming from above you, about 20 feet up. It sounds like there are more agents or whoever these people are directly in the floor above you.
Is this guy unconscious?
Yeah.
There's more to come.
Let's try to bottleneck that door.
Is the roof the next level?
You don't know.
Did we not count the floors as we walked up here?
You did, but I said approximately 30. I didn't say exactly. I don't think with the check that you made, you were sitting there counting each floor the lantern moved through.
We counted steps.
I need the
Oh, well,
exact
hell, I don't
number.
wanna-
Please.
Should I just kill this guy if we got more to fight up above? I just wanted
Well-
some answers on what happened here.
Real quick, we're still in an initiative because stuff is still happening. So Silas,
Right.
I need to know what you're doing during this initiative round. You're still moving as if you were in a combat, even though there are no targets to hit.
How long does the temporary hit points on Hungry Jaws last?
Until they're gone, I think. Is-
Like indefinitely.
Cool. I jump.
or
on
do you
this
take a
guy's
long
face to
until you
break
take a
his
long
face.
rest as well? Okay, cool. You have advantage on the attack. Go ahead and make a 100 Jaws attack. Yeah, that'll hit. 12 slashing damage. You rip his face clean off.
My unconscious guy's dead.
Yeah.
Okay, ties up that loose end.
And then do you have any
Are they
movement?
wearing like fancy cloaks? No, we're still in initiative. I'm sorry.
A couple of them are less fancy, but yeah, they were pretty fancy looking. I'd say of the people that you've dealt with, the guy downstairs and two of the ones up here are still usable.
The one I ate is not.
That's one of the ones I counted not being ready. Yeah, usable. But do you have any movement, Silas?
No, I'm eating.
Okay. Uther,
He's like walking around and rubbing his belly.
Where is the next set of steps?
right next to you.
Your left.
Yeah. I will cling to the ceiling and start sneaking up those.
Okay. You hear a voice as you kind of come up that way, and it says, "How many?" And then you hear another voice yell, 6. They've already killed the Guardian.
Oh.
I believe they're right below us, you hear another voice say.
I say we let him go.
Who the fuck was that? I don't recognize it. Let's...
19 to hide because I'm going to try to hide.
Okay. So if you're moving in stealth, you need to do so at half speed. So 5... What's your speed? 40?
30.
30, 5, 10, 15. So you'd be able to get to the first flight there. And you can kind of see up. It doesn't appear that there are any lights, but there is this kind of strange yellowish glow, almost as if like... I can't really explain, like... It's just like a strange little glow of light, like a very just small bit of light is being emanated up there from what you don't know.
Yeah, so I'm just going to hang out on the ceiling.
Do you want to use your action to do anything in particular?
How much farther is it to the next? I'm about halfway up.
5, 10, 15. 15 feet up.
I'll take the dash action and keep moving stealthily.
Okay. I'll move you over to the other mat.
So I'll just keep an eye on them.
And as you kind of come up, you can see that there are 2 individuals in knight's armor, kind of positioned. Their helmets have the same kind of dark glow inside of the helmets. They're kind of like Spartan masks, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then they have 2 glowing yellow eyes, which appears to be the source of the light. They don't seem to notice you at first, but this one who says, I think there are some downstairs, looks over in your direction. You said you were hiding in the shadows. You do not have an ability that allows you to do so, correct?
Yeah, he's a Gloomstalker. If they use dark vision to see him, he's invisible to him.
Just that.
Okay. Then yeah, they can't see you. Okay. Youth are done. It goes to them. They kind of move into position, like near the thing, and you hear kind of an angry set of footsteps kind of moving down the steps around, and then you see a man appear in the darkness kind of right in front of you. He wears a bluish robe with kind of red underrobes, and he's holding a staff that appears to be kind of ornate wood with embedded stone throughout it. The stone is kind of a greenish color, which makes you think it might be metal instead. And at its top, there's a gemstone that appears to be a highly polished, almost transparent version of the same metal. And as he kind of steps towards the top of the steps, you see him start casting a spell. And then he will finish casting the spell.
Yeah, cool spell.
Everybody in the room below, with the exception of Uther, needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
So I have the Shield Master feat. So that a normal shield is a +2, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Talk about people building the
Hey,
same
got a
character.
hot
as last
12.
time.
Yeah, guys, come on. Be
I
different.
didn't. You gave me all this
No,
shit.
I know. You took it. You should have given it to somebody else.
To be
No,
honest,
fuck
if I could, I would punch sharks.
I was the only one with range.
Well, I would do karate on sharks.
Yeah.
Everybody roll.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't roll for Rolling Rock. 1 second.
No worries.
And, oh boy, Rolling
That
Rock
was
got the
about
8.
right.
Okay, so you see him kind of like twist the staff and kind of spin it. And you see an orb of fire kind of emanating at the top of the staff. He then kind of does this kind of strange gesture with his hand, and you watch as this mote of fire goes down the steps and goes right to the base of the steps below, and then detonates. The second it
Yeah, about
hits,
the curveball, Ricky.
the second it hits, it explodes downstairs. You all see this kind of red mote fly into the center of the room and detonate. If you did not make a DC 15, you are taking 22 points of fire damage, and if you pass it, you take 11.
Hang on, I'm pretty sure I have something that reduced magic damage. But I'm a little stupid, so it's gonna take me a second to find that.
No worries. It's definitely the spell Fireball, by the way.
Right.
Shield Master doesn't
Magic
typically say I take half. I don't think, does it?
No, it doesn't. Shieldmaster says
It
that if
I
you
pass
succeed,
the save, I
none.
can take none. I take 22.
Oh, that's just advantage on saving throws, not reduction of damage, is it?
Well, does that help here? No, it does not.
Nah, nah, son.
Okay.
Alright, Bodhi's down.
Thud. All right. That's it for them. They finish their turn out after he casts a spell. The two knights kind of move in, and they're wielding kind of rounded shields and arming swords, which are just long swords that are not versatile. And they seem to be kind of holding a defensive position with this wizard type. All right.
Where is the top of the stairs for the map that I'm
You're
on?
standing right on it.
Okay, so wizard is not adjacent to the stairs, but maybe
He's like 5 feet away from the stairs top, and he kind of like did the spiral and tossed it.
okay.
Based
Then
on-
the
Go ahead.
other knight is kind of catty corner from the opening to the stairs. Then
Yeah, like if you pop out, you could get him. All right, 23. Nix, you are up.
So tell me again, from my position, I'm not able to see them, right?
Yeah, they're upstairs. The stairs are right near where you're at, though. This is where the stairs start. Or
Bodhi's down.
this is where the stairs start. Sorry, the map is dark. Obviously, there's no light.
So if I move to this area, I'll be able to see them, you're saying?
If you go up the stairs, so 5,
from where you're saying
10,
you need to do an
15,
S.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet to get up the steps. If you go 30, you'd be right near the start of it kind of becoming the next level.
Got it. Knowing that the fireball came down, though, I'm not sure that's the best idea.
You'd think that if you go under the flight of stairs, you would be protected from other types of bombardment.
Huh. That's a good idea. Hmm. Yeah, so,
You do know that Bodhi is unconscious, though. You can see him.
Okay, yeah, great.
He's swooned due to the spell.
Typical.
He's swooned, so it's 5, 10, 15, 20.
Heal me, you spoony bard!
Yeah, we'll do that. We will cure wounds, we'll do it at level 3. And so he gets that many back.
22 hit points.
Okay, you
Which that
overshot
was
it.
me.
Am I alright?
Well, yeah, you can't map more than heal. I see you trying to.
Alright.
That's too much.
It's too much. I sort of pat him a little bit. It's gonna be okay, bud. It'll be alright.
I was actually wrong. It looked like because you're next to the corpse, and he died with 1 hit point because he was shattered. It looks like they're both connected, so it looked like the extended the barks then. But it was just your hit
Okay.
points and his. Okay,
Uh,
and then move back underneath the thing.
do I have room to do that? Do I have room to
5,
do that?
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, not really. But you could try and get distance away. You could go here.
Yeah, so like here maybe.
Yeah, just kind of around.
Yeah.
You're small though. You could go underneath this table.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. Small.
Kind of like rushes forward, kind of like gets on his hands and knees and kind of crawls over to Bodhi, slaps the spell, and then just kind of backwards walks underneath the table.
And you hear a skittering sound while he does that.
Yeah, absolutely. Next done, Ezekiel up.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my bonus action to second wind.
Okay.
Second wind is a 15 plus 1.
Oh, another thing I want to point out too, like you've been using dark vision to see, right?
Yeah.
Cool. You also don't know where Uther is. I just want to make sure you're aware.
Really fun part of this team.
Yeah, I got 12
You're pretty
back.
sure he's around here somewhere.
If I see that huge guy that hangs out,
Everyone's like, huge guy. Who? What?
Okay, so I'm not completely bloodied anymore. Let's see. I have 30 feet of movement, so I could probably get up to here.
Okay.
Upstairs.
Do you
I will
want
do so.
to dash?
I'm actually gonna take the dodge action.
Okay, cool.
Heroically.
Rolling Rock. Also a bit wounded himself.
Eddie.
So sorry, I keep on hearing that, and it's not me. That's me.
Are you good?
It's fun
Um,
to watch.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So yeah, Rolling Rock is kind of wounded. How is Silas looking?
Great.
You can see that I look like I'm almost bloody, but I'm not.
You look like you're, but you're not. Okay. If that is the case, you know what I want to do? I want to ready an action to cast Erupting Earth if I see them coming down the
I will
steps.
quickly note something for spellcasters, and again, you're not playing your character, so I understand, but if you ready a spell that is leveled, and the trigger never happens and it comes to your next turn, you still lose the level slot.
You still lose the level slot. Okay. Can I retcon that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why.
Okay, great. Well, then what I'm going to do, just to make things simple, is I'll heal myself in case I fail the next save.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bodhi, you
Okay.
are prone, but you are alive.
Hell yeah, brother. Nix is looking okay. He's healing himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't healed himself, but he's looking fine at the moment.
Same with Rolling Rock. How's he looking?
He's fine.
Okay, we're gonna slap a little bit of health into Silas, and he and I are gonna boogie up those stairs before they drop any more explosions. Let's give you a little cure wounds, bud. Let's do level 2. 15? Does that sound good? 15 hit
Yeah,
points?
man.
You take that.
And then you're going
Took
to head up the stairs.
And then I'm headed towards the stairs. I can make it.
You
If
gotta
I'm
stand
prone
up,
getting up,
half your speed. So
half my speed would it be 20 or 15?
What's
My
your
speed's 35.
Oh, speed's 35. It's always round up, so it'd be 20.
So I have 20 feet. I'm
Yeah.
going to get to the bottom of these steps then. Turn.
All right. Silas.
I'm gonna head up the steps.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You'll be right in front of Bodhi if you just
I
raise the
have
road.
a 40.
Oh, then you'll be right behind Ezekiel if you go full tilt on 40 movement. If you want to dash, you can go even further, but it's up to you if you want to. Again, you don't know where
But
Uther
I
is.
can't attack after I dash.
Correct.
So yeah, I'm gonna get up as far as I can, but I don't want to move up yet.
Okay. So you are dashing just to move up a bit, or because this is where you go
okay,
for 40.
There, that's where I go. I'm sorry.
Okay,
40.
no worries. Silas done.
And defensive,
dodge.
trying to kind of take cover, dodge, whatever.
Dodge gives you advantage on dexterity saving throws, so good note there. So if he does throw another
Maybe
fire,
I should have done that.
if he throws another fireball down, Uther, you are up. And speaking of throwing another fireball down, if you had to venture a guess, it does look like he's about to do it again.
Then I should cut his hands off.
Oh, sick. Do that.
I'm gonna
I
drop
bet you
out.
can't.
It's a Brooklyn move.
Casting Zephyr Strike as a bonus action as I fall in front of him with the surprise.
You'll note that he
It does.
actually sees you just fine. The other two
Fine.
do not. So they will not be able to use their reaction to intercede here. Yeah, that'll hit.
26 and 18 with the mark.
19.
Plus 2.
Magic casters don't have more than 19 health.
Um,
I'm looking at it right now.
okay. So as you're coming into him and striking, what you notice is the blade kind of hits his skin, and where like it kind of cuts open the robe and hits skin, you watch as the flesh seems to kind of distort color-wise and become like rock. You put a decent amount of it, like cut into it, and the stone starts to bleed.
Stone skin.
But yeah, you recognize the spell as stone skin.
And then I'm just gonna like backflip down the stairs, cling to the ceiling. I got
Okay.
another 55 feet of movement that doesn't provoke attacks. I will be. I can't jump menus. Okay. Over here.
You'd also notice too that you're piercing through what appears to have been mage armor as well. It looks like he has put up the full defensive brocade.
Seems like I got through it though, right?
You did with the first one,
With
and
the
you
first one.
definitely did with the second one. You're pretty sure that if you hadn't caught him off guard, he would have reacted and shielded, and that might have blocked the second one. But it got through because he was caught off guard.
Me only bitch in his face and cutting him twice and running away.
You are descending down the stairs, you said?
Look. Yeah, about halfway. I should be next to Ezekiel on the ceiling.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right, it goes to them.
It's a fireball coming on.
He angrily says, "Ah, a stalker!" And then kind of
Bitch!
does something upstairs. You hear the whoom sound that he did before, and then you see the bowling for murder spell fly down to the base of the steps, landing right there where Bodhi is.
Damn it!
Rolling Rock.
Classic Bodhi.
Son of a bitch.
Did you say you were on the ceiling?
Yes.
Okay, then it'll miss you, but it'll hit these two. If you were dodging, you have advantage. If you are underneath a surface or you are up on a railing, which would be just Ezekiel, you have
I missed it.
+2 to your saving throw.
Or that would be Nyx as well, right?
Nyx is underneath
Oh, God.
something, yeah. I meant just for the railing purposes.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
What happened to our rolls, boy?
Right?
We're just not doing great.
So that one is Rolling Rock. We failed.
I thought you were gonna cut his hands off.
Oh
I
gosh.
tried, I missed.
Nyx
Got him in the-
failed.
I got him in the
Nyx
shoulder.
failed. Nyx
Okay.
failed.
So it's going to be another 24 points of fire damage for
God damn.
everyone because you all failed.
Solidarity
Nyx
in
is-
those
Yeah.
rolls,
Nyx is
though,
almost
boys.
dead. Nyx is almost
I'm
dead.
down.
All right. The sounds of it, the knights are kind of moving into a defensive posture, at least from what you can hear, Uther, and kind of looking up that way. You can see like the feet of them just barely. You would also note that the yellow light that you were seeing, kind of glowing, disappears. Whatever vision they were relying on, they've shifted.
Maybe he's out of fireballs.
He did specifically yell out exactly what you are, by the way.
No.
No way you have knowledge. I have a 19 intelligence. Nix, you are the one that
The
is
12. What are you trying to say?
You're the smartest man in the party.
Nyx is really hurting
Such
pretty
a good party.
bad.
I love it.
boy.
I love this party.
Shit. Drinking a potion is an action for him.
Yeah, unless you have Rapid Drinker or Swift Drinker.
Do not have rapid drinker, but we can heal ourselves, which is what we're gonna do. Otherwise, we're gonna be dead. Yeah. So we'll cure wounds on ourselves. Okay, so 17. Jeez. And we're gonna give Bardic Inspiration. So that's a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
To rolling rock.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right. Ezekiel, roll an intelligence check for me if you have Arcana trained, which I know you don't.
Oh, I'm down.
Oh, never mind. Roll
Yeah.
a death saving throw for me, is what I meant to say.
I passed one, baby.
One success. Rolling Rock is up, and I will put it to Rolling Rock instead as the crux of this. Andy, go ahead and make a intelligence roll with Rolling Rock, please.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can do this. So just straight ends.
Yeah.
Just click on intelligence, and we got a 5.
Yeah, definitely a spellcaster with this kind of powerful barrage is going to prove to be a problem. And the thing that he kind of clearly notices is a lot of the parchments that were down here, whatever they were, are now kind of just nothing more than cinder.
Rolling Rock says, maybe we should fall back and regroup.
And then,
The
It's-
tower only had one window, right? The big one.
yeah, and it wasn't an openable window, it didn't look like. But Rolling Rock still has a turn. He's moving.
How hurt are those? I'm sorry. Let's start over here. How hurt are those on the
Bodhi's
stairs?
unconscious. Ezekiel's unconscious.
Got it.
Bodhi would be the
so-
only one you could reach and actually cast spells on, but Bodhi can then heal.
Hold on. Give me 1 second, though. I'm just trying to look at Rolling Rock's sheet real quick.
No problem.
Thank you for your patience. Great. And how much is that? Right. So I could actually do mass healing. Well, that's really shitty healing, though. It's Bodhi's unconscious and
Ezekiel.
Yeah.
yeah. Let's do that. We can bring them both up. That makes the most sense.
Mass healing word.
Yeah, mass healing word.
Okay. So everybody within 60 feet of Rolling Rock gets 60 or 6.
It's
6.
60.
I'll take
Does
60.
that- Does that include Rolling Rock?
Yeah, it can. Up to 6 is the number.
Okay.
All right. Rolling Rock done. Bodhi, you are up. Well, you're prone, but you can stand up.
Silas, how are you looking?
That's right.
18.
All right. I am going to twin the spell Cure Wounds, standing up
Touch.
and moving 20 feet,
Touching you and Ezekiel.
touching Silas and Ezekiel.
Okay, first on Ezekiel.
I guess I'll stand under the guy, and yeah, we're twinning the spell. Cure Wounds for sure, and we're gonna just
First one on Ezekiel.
use the cell. This will be Ezekiel for sure.
10 hit points back. And then on Silas. 11 hit points.
11. Let me check on something real quick. Oh, that's a level 6 thing that I get later. Never mind.
Cool. All right. Bodhi, do you have any more movement or any other things that you want to do?
We're going to bonus action.
Drink a potion if you have one, or force a potion down someone's throat.
Yeah, we're gonna bonus action drink a potion ourselves.
Cool. All right, Silas, and then you still have looks like 10 more feet of you
Spread out.
you stood up, so yeah, you don't actually have more movement. Silas, you're up next. Do you want to rush to the top?
Yep.
All right. When you come out, I'm gonna go ahead and ping your location, snap ping you. You'll see that there are 2 knights and a spellcaster behind them. The knights in question look like Spartans, effectively. They're not wearing heavy armor, but they have massive round shields and arming swords, which are basically long swords, but with a single-hand grip.
How much more movement do I have?
That would have been 25, so 15. You can get right in on them.
So can I go this way and then jump in so I can get her as well?
Him, but yeah, sure.
Raging,
hmm
and I'm gonna go for the spellcaster first.
Okay. So in immediate response to you targeting the spellcaster, they will both take reactions. This one will move up to 30 feet. And this one will make an attack against you first.
Is it going well up there?
And
I
you said
don't
you were
know.
raging, so that means you were attacking recklessly. You haven't
Yes.
made an attack recklessly yet.
I have not made an
So I do
attack
not
yet
gain the
because you're attacking
advantage.
me first.
A 9 will miss.
You're breaking out, buddy.
I'm sorry. A 9 will miss. Is that better?
9
Yeah, misses.
miss. Yeah.
Got it. Cool. So go ahead with your attack.
You are chopping up pretty bad, John.
God damn it.
There's 3. 19, 24, and 16.
Okay. Against the 19, he'll use his reaction and cast shield. He'll block it. The 24 will hit. He'll take 3 damage. And then the 16 will miss due to the shield. Am I coming in better now?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So they jumped in front.
They use their reaction. One of them used their reaction to make an attack against you before your attack finished. The other one used his reaction to move up to his speed when his charge was attacked. Then, the mage used his reaction to cast shield against the first attack, which raises his AC by 5, giving him a 20 AC. First attack was blocked by the shield. Second attack got through. He has resistance to all non-magical slashing damage, piercing damage, and bludgeoning damage. The short swords are non-magical, so it did not get through.
Okay.
And then the last attack missed because of the shield.
Okay.
Silas done. Uther, you are up. You can definitely hear a lot of kerfuffle upstairs. Sounds like a fight's engaged.
And Silas stopped at the top of the stairs, or did he get into the room?
Into the room.
Do I know about how far from where I'm standing?
You would hear a clang
About 10 feet.
from where I'm hitting the shield.
From
and
the
stuff.
about 10 feet from the opening. If you'd like, you can move up so you can see.
Yeah. Put me at least at the top. Okay.
So similarly, you'll kind of crawl up and out.
10,
5, 10, 15,
20.
20. And he does seem to acknowledge you as you move up to him.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at something.
Okay.
I'm gonna Zephyr again on my way up.
All right. And your attacks?
Yeah, sorry. I was looking for the button.
No worries.
Dumb.
Hit. And hit. And do you wish to pop Zephyr at any point during this for the damage?
Yeah, I'm gonna shift my mark to this knight as well.
Okay, so D4 extra and D8 extra.
Thanks. Did I pop the Zephyr last time? For the D8?
No.
No, but that was that fight.
Against the mage. No, up to went top of the
When you
stairs.
stabbed him and he had rock skin?
I don't remember you saying you had Zephyr.
No, I did it because that was the only way I got out of there.
Oh,
Because I didn't provoke the opportunity attacks and had double
no,
movement.
you did not say you popped to Zephyr. He didn't do any extra damage. You didn't move your mark to him either.
No, I did the mark because I rolled a 2 on the d4.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't roll the d8.
Cool. So then, you used it here instead of casting a new Zephyr Strike.
Yeah, it's fine.
Goes to them.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to
damage
where I
then.
was.
You're moving away from him?
Yeah, back to the same spot I was just in.
Okay. Does anything prevent me from making an opportunity?
Zephyr Strike prevents me from being attacked.
Okay. Cool. Then they are going to focus their full itinerary on Silas.
You're chopping up again.
I'm sorry. I do not know what's happening.
We're almost there.
All right. So they're going to attack Silas.
And he's raging.
Yeah,
and
but
he's so strong and tough.
I have advantage against him. So first attack will miss because the 12 misses. 16, I believe, hits. Yeah.
Yes.
So you will take 13 half will be 6, and then 13 half will be 6. So a total of 12 damage after all 4 attacks.
Cool.
They are almost done. Then the mage will cast a spell. Yeah. He disappears, reappears on the other side of the room, and then casts Firebolt. It hits for 11 points of fire damage, which will also be halved.
How many points of fire
So,
damage?
5. Against Silas, 5 after everything's said and done. Because his
So Silas took a total of 17.
yeah, Silas has Bear Totem, so he's resistant to all damage but psychic. All right.
You're breaking up so bad.
I am so sorry. I do not know what's going on.
That's why I'm trying to ask very simple questions.
Thank you.
My bear totem gives me resistance to everything except psychic.
Correct. That's exactly what I said.
Okay.
Nyx, you are up. Am I still coming in weird?
Yeah, you're still cutting in
Yeah.
and out. So I assume
Hold
you
on.
said Nick. So I'm just gonna move up.
Mhm.
And which Bodhi or Ezekiel, which one's hurt more?
Ezekiel.
Okay, we'll give you a quick cure wounds at level 1. That's my action. Take that spell slot off. I think that's it for my turn right now.
Okay. Ezekiel.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna move up the steps.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Right. Okay. That's about 20 feet of movement.
Okay. Checking something. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna swing on this night boy.
All right.
15 hit.
Nope.
All right. That's my turn.
All right. Rolling Rock.
Yep, Rolling Rock is gonna move up.
All right.
And then he's going to bless.
You can see Uther as well.
Who else? I'm sorry, who else?
Uther. So he can bless If he
I'm
doesn't
sorry,
want-
I'm just having such a hard time. So he can bless Rolling Rock, I'm sorry, Nyx, Bodhi, and who else?
Uther.
Yeah,
It-
okay, those three then.
Okay.
You just kept saying her. You can bless her. You can bless her.
Hold on. I think I know what's going on. Let me try
Oh,
something.
you don't like you
Okay.
don't like those marks. Sorry. Never mind.
We only got like 12 minutes left. It's
So blessed is.
there's a cat now.
Yeah. Okay, can you hear me better now?
No.
You did cut in the middle of that.
Okay, so it's definitely robot sounding, is that right?
Somewhat,
Not really. It's
No, you're
just that
just
it
not-
sort of stalls out.
Yeah, it cuts off words.
It's like a bandwidth issue.
It's
That cat in the
definitely
way?
yeah. No.
Is that cat soaking up all your Ethernet?
It's not, it can't be it.
Get off your phone, cat.
I gotta look up this cat this cat show. I gotta know about it. So roll
500 channels and nothing but cats.
hell yeah. Rolling Rock done. Bodhi, you are up.
So I'm blessed.
Andy, who'd you less?
So we blessed Uther, Nyx, and Bodhi.
Got it.
I think it's time I got up those stairs.
Okay.
3, 4. Can you put me on the other room?
I can.
Here we go. How are these 3 looking? 6. How are these 6 looking?
Silas is pretty messed up. One of the knights, the one that's kind of here, it looks like he's fine. This knight looks like he's pretty beat up. And the mage looks like he's... it's too dark to tell.
Okay. Let's do... Okay, remembering the rules, remembering the rules. We're going to bless those who are not blessed yet, which would be, I think, just Ezekiel and
Rolling Rock himself.
Silas.
Rolling Rock did not bless himself.
Okay, so we'll say everybody's blessed now. And I'm going to Eldritch Blast the mage. Pew pew.
Okay.
So
Neither of those will hit.
neither of those will hit, huh? Shoot.
You can see the mage armor kind of deflect the first one, and the second one just goes wide.
Okay. And I have 15, 20 feet of movement left.
15.
Okay, we're gonna move down there.
Yeah, it looks like there's another staircase that goes up, and from what you can tell, there's like kind of light, night, or like storm light kind of coming in.
I can
One
see
more
light or
staircase
something.
going up, and we can see light and the storm coming in.
Yeah, well, no,
Yep.
yeah, it's definitely
This-
outside.
the roof is the next.
There's
floor.
outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think that's my turn.
Okay, cool. Silas.
I'm going to hit whichever one looks the most damaged.
Okay, great. It's the one north of you. Hit, and you're reckless, so hit. Okay, cool. Don't worry about damage. As you kind of slash into this guy, you watch as he kind of breaks open and kind of falls backwards. No blood emanates out of the frame. Is it really that bad? Hold on.
It's real bad, bud.
Hold on.
Pretty fucking rude, huh?
How about now?
That's
So far,
fine
really
now.
good, yeah.
I don't know why we're being terse. Give us like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
So
Hey,
far,
fantastic.
all 5 of those.
Okay, cool, great. So as you cut into this guy, he breaks open. There's no blood that splatters out of him. It's almost like you're cutting into like a doll of sorts. And as he kind of is ripped open and falls backwards, you see the same marks glowingly appear on the other guy, and he also breaks open. And they both fall in pieces to the ground. The mage looks annoyed as this happens. Yeah, looks like he's going to get his shit pushed in here in a second.
Very cool.
Uther.
Zephyr.
Zoom
Pushing
zoom.
the mark.
We might need to talk to this guy.
First one will miss. Second one will hit. Looks like he's having the damage again. Or still. Alright. So that would be... You already used the Zephyr D8, did you not?
I cast it again as I'm walking over here.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool.
Then I'm going to sit behind him.
Pro tip, you should consider Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, the other mark, I'm using it first because it doesn't require the action.
Got it.
It does. It's a D4 instead of a D6. This is my last use of that one, though. But it stays on him until I lose the concentration.
Cool, it goes to his turn. He's going to be crazy, and he's going to use his last high-level spell slot.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna hurt.
Boy, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, it's the last. It's my shotgun. Oh, you moved to the other side of him.
Sure did. No lines for you, buddy.
I tried
You
spreading
mad at
out.
me? You mad at me?
He is really mad at you. He's actually going to shotgun blast you with it. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
In my sleeve. Oh, thank God.
Ain't bad.
Success.
After that big talk, you better pull through.
I know.
You're about pulled a me.
If it had rode low and you got the high, inspiration did immediately.
Talk a lot of shit and just die.
Ooh, that was a really good roll. Okay, so it's going to be after having, it'll be 28 points of cold damage.
Cold. Okay. I will reduce it. How's my
Is-
react?
Isn't he? Are you
By
Goliath?
8.
Are you Goliath? Are you resistant to cold damage? I can't remember.
No, they're not.
I am, actually.
No.
Yeah.
Are they? No.
Yeah.
No.
I have resistance to cold damage for being mountain born.
That's what I thought.
What?
So 22
God.
becomes
Why? He's a
11,
mountain
and I will
creature.
reduce that by 8. I will take 3.
28.
Whee.
28.
28. Okay, so 14,
7.
minus 8, 6.
You have resistance to cold damage. Okay, wow. Well, it's definitely a lesson he learned in the last moments of his life that
Is that it, bitch?
he'll never make that mistake again. Nix, you are up.
Sneeze.
Next is gonna rush upstairs 5, 10, 15.
Yep.
Can you move me to the other map?
Yeah. And sharp note?
No.
Ooh.
Can you? I can't see anything. You just scooch over. Got it. So we'll be fancier this time. So we're gonna start off with. Unsettling
Are you writing down that
words.
user has resistance to cold damage?
I should. And then we're gonna do Dissonant Whispers. No, we're gonna do. I'm sorry, Chromatic Orb. That's what it.
Sure.
Chromatic Orb. Level 2.
Okay, and then go ahead and give me the roll of the bark die. Also, Chromatic Orb does not.
Fudgesicles.
Chromatic Orb does not require a saving throw.
I really?
It's an attack roll.
Oh, then I did the wrong
So
thing.
it's fine.
Okay.
You're learning.
I'm learning.
15 misses because he's going to use
I'm
his
gonna
reaction.
use.
to-
I'm gonna use Rolling Rock's inspiration to make it hit.
You cannot use your friend's.
I can't do that.
No, we
Okay,
we covered this in a previous episode.
but
That's
he
dirty,
would.
Andy.
He would support this. I
No,
know he would.
He wouldn't
in his
because he's
heart.
not
That's
here.
real
He's
dirty.
I'll
eating
give him my
Canadian-
inspiration.
You're gonna reward that kind of cutthroat behavior? Oh my god!
Only because it's Andy.
That's filthy, dude.
It's fine. then.
We gave it back to. We gave each other inspiration all the time. It's not filthy.
You know
It's
what?
just fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
We give them away,
it
sure,
hits.
Andy, but we don't take them.
And it doesn't sound like Brent wants to get the final blow anyways, so you do, Andy, and you kill him with a chromatic orb. All right, perfect. As the mage falls to the ground
That's for himself.
dead, that will be the end of the session. We'll pick up next session with the aftermath and the analyzation as to what's going on here with these individuals. Thanks for watching those that did. Sorry about the weird hiccups in sound. I think I have an idea as to how we'll solve that moving forward. But yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Nyx is composed.